Salavat-ı şerife getirenlerin ahir ve akıbetleri hayrola. Ezvacı, tahiret evladı, Resul-i Sabzin efendilerimizin, sayr enbiya ve Resulü fiyan hazırasın erva şeriflerine, Pirimiz Bilal Habeş radıyallahu anh efendimizin, mihmandar Resul-i Kibriya Eyüp Sultan Halid bin Zeyd Ebu El Ensar radıyallahu anh, Şah Mürşidan Şah Hacı Muhammed Bahaddin Naksibendi el-Buhari, Mevlana Celaleddin Rumi, Mevlana Ziyaüddin Halid el-Bağdadi, Sahibu'z-Zaman Kıbletil İslam Şeyh Mevlana Muhammed Nazım Adel Hakkani, SahibulSaif Şeyh Abdulkerim el-Kibrisi Rabbani Kaddesallahu esrarum hazıratın ervahı için, Hademeynül Harameynü Şerifeyn Yavuz Sultan Selim Han, Ebu'l-Felk vel Maazi Fatih Sultan Mehmet Han ve Serdar Hakan Sultan Abdülhamid Han cennet mekan, Firdevs-i Aşiyan hazıratın ervahına ve amn-ı inayetine, alel husus bu caminin banisi ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş, İmam Müezzin Kayyum ve cemaatinin ve kahve ehli ivanın ervahı için, Allah rızası için El Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen nebi. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala ali seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. Nahmedullah Teala ve nastağfiru eşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh. Eşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluh. Sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve ezvacihi ve ashabi tabi'i khulafa'ir raşidin mahdin min ba'di. İsrail ümmeti ala tahkik ve zennin alameti khulafa Resul ala tahkik umarel müminin Hazreti Ebu Bakr, Umar, Osman ve Ali ve ala bakte sahabe tabi'in ridvanullah ta'ala aleyhim ecmain. Ya eyyuhel mu'minul hazirun. Fekullah Teala innallaha ma'allezine hum muhsinun. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Salatu ve selamu ala eşrafil enbiya ve mursalin. Seyyidina Mevlana Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah, our Creator. All praises are due to Allah who says in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Yunus, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, truly in the difference of day and night, and all that Allah has created in the heavens and the earth are signs for those who fear Him. Truly, those who do not hope for the meeting with us, but are pleased and satisfied with the life of this world, and they feel safe therein. And those who are in ghaflat about our signs, their home will be the fire because of what they used to earn. Truly, those who believe and do good works, their Lord guides them by their faith. Rivers will flow beneath them in the gardens of delight. Their prayer therein will be, glory be to you, and peace will be their greeting there. And the last of their call will be Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Sadaqallah al-Azim. May all peace and blessings be upon the Parishah of the two worlds, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anh is teaching how to send salawat on the Holy Prophet alayhi salatu. Send your blessings and your mercy on the Master of the Messengers and the Imam of the people of Taqwa and the seal of the Prophets, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Your servant and messenger, the Imam of the good and the messenger of mercy. Ya Allah, raise him to a praiseworthy station, which the first and the last envy. Ya Allah, bless Muhammad and the family of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam as you blessed Ibrahim. You are praiseworthy and glorious. Grant blessings to Muhammad and the family of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam as you granted blessings to Ibrahim and the family of Ibrahim. You are praiseworthy and glorious. May peace and blessings be upon his noble companions, especially upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar Farooq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. May peace and blessings be upon the Khwajagan of the Nakshibendi way, the guardians of the prophetic secret. May peace and blessings be upon the Ottoman Sultans, the righteous servants of Allah who held the flag of Islam high, who held the shield of mercy above the Mazlum and pointed the sword of justice against the Zalims. May Allah bless those who love them, and may Allah curse those who hate them. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, take precaution in this month of Safar. Run away from the curse of Allah and run towards the mercy of Allah. O believers, run away from being a zalim, from supporting zulm, from tolerating zulm. Ghawsul Azam, Shaykh Abdulkerim Gailani Qaddas Nasir, is giving us an advice that is calling out to us today, saying, "O young man, if you have no Islam, you will have no Iman. If you have no Iman, you will have no Yaqeen. If you have no Yaqeen, you will have no Ma'rifat or Ilm of Allah." There are degrees and levels. When Islam becomes real to you, then obedient submission will become real for you. Be one who surrenders to Allah under all circumstances while obeying the Shariat and sticking to it. Submit to Him everything that concerns you and others. Have the best adab with Him and with His creatures. You must not treat yourself and others unjustly, because zulm casts dark shadows, zulumat, in this world and in Akhirat. Zulm darkens the heart and stains the face and the skin. Do not commit zulm. Do not commit tyranny. And do not assist a zalim, because the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, a caller will call out on Judgment Day, "Where are the zalims? Where are the helpers of zalims? Where is he who prepared a pen for them? Bring them and put them in a coffin of fire." If you are capable, it is better to be the Mazlum than to be the Zalim. The help of the Lord of Truth is with the Mazlum, especially when he finds no help amongst his creatures. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, if someone is treated unjustly and can find no helper other than the Lord of Truth, Allah will say to that person, I will definitely help you, even if after a while. This month of Safar, it is bringing the curses of Allah on the heads of the tyrants. May it happen. And Ghawsul Azam is saying, be on the side of the Muslim. It is better to be oppressed than to be an oppressor. Why is that? Because the reality of tyranny is kufr. As our Shaykh SahibulSaif, Shaykh Abdulkerim Kibrisi Rabbani is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I don't love the tyrants. The ones that Allah doesn't love, that one is a kafir. Every tyrant is a kafir. Every kafir is not a tyrant. There is a chance for that one that he will find safety. But the tyrants, until they ask for forgiveness and they will be sincere with their asking forgiveness, will not be given to them. So many people came to earth, and those who became obedient, they passed. They finished their tyranny and they went to their paradises. So many came, continued with their tyranny. They carried the loads of this world. They suffered above the ground, and now they are suffering under the ground. The angel of death is going to reach to you, is going to reach to me. Today you are above the ground. You can go anywhere you want. You can say anything you want. You can do anything you want. As much permission is given to you, that much you are going to run and you're going to do. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I will not let tyrants to go. I will release my rope on them for some time, but my hand will reach to them one day. So tyranny brings a man to kufr. And tyranny pulls Allah's anger and punishment. As Shaykh Effendi is saying, the tyrants, they will suffer above the ground and they will suffer under the ground. We have to run away from our own tyranny. We have to say constantly, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntum minaz zalimin. But it is not enough to just make this empty zikr. If you are not taking advice, and you're not learning about yourselves, and you're not taking steps to being a tyrant, you will be a tyrant, but you will not even know that you are. What makes a person to enter tyranny? And what makes a person to leave the tyranny? Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Adil Hakkani Qadaslasir is saying, all prophets came to teach man the lesson of humanity. In reality, man is an animal. They can receive training. If they accept training, then the sayings of prophets will benefit them. All prophets, alayhimus salam, said, O people, don't be zalim, don't be unjust, jahil, ignorant. Who is zalim? Those who don't keep the honor of people are ignorant. This is the important point. Those who don't appreciate the value of man, those who put mankind in the place of animals, thinking they can treat them like animals, they are the lowest ones amongst all creations. Insan, Habibur Rahman, the one Allah loves. He loved them and He created them. How nice, how beautiful He created them. O people, listen. The greatest sin is to put down what Allah Almighty has raised high. The greatest sin is to take the life that Allah Almighty has given to someone. Allah Almighty is saying, don't oppress one another. Give everyone their due rights. Even an ant has a right. The one who brought it into existence has given it rights. You must protect its rights too. I am Russian. I'm Turk. I'm American. Don't say this. This is a trick of shaitan to make people oppose each other so they can burn and destroy. That isn't the glory of mankind. People of today have forgotten their humanity. They are not protecting people's honor. Navies, armies, every type of way to burn and destroy. They have learned all of that, but they have not learned humanity. Shame on them. People of the 21st century, they have not learned humanity. They learn everything else, to make guns and cannons, to do things you cannot even imagine. They learn to write books, to fill libraries, but they haven't learned anything. They haven't learned humanity. Shame on them. Yes, humanity, being human. Understanding what is Hazrati Insan, all of mankind. From Muslims to Christians to Jews to Hindus, Buddhists, everyone. Everyone has lost this today. Because they see human beings as having no value. That is why they can invent weapons that can burn all of humanity in seconds. They are racing to build this up. That is why they can take humans and put them in camps and prisons to torture them and take away their dignity. That is why they can do every kind of zulm and cruelty without feeling anything in their hearts. And there are millions who support this. Imams today are not teaching people how to be insan. Scholars are not teaching it. Politicians and activists, definitely they're not teaching it. The only path, the only way, the only caravan that brings a man to the understanding of how to become Hazrati Insan is the way of the shaykhs, not through books or poetry or memorizing sayings. It is by living the way of tariqat. It is by spending time in a dergah. It is by making yourself a servant of the servants of Allah. As Shaykh Saadi Qadallah here is saying, without Hizmet-e-Khalq, without service of the creation, your ibadat means nothing. True ibadat is not in your tasbih or in your sajada or in wearing tattered clothes. SahibulSaif is speaking about how important this Hizmet-e-Khalq is to our faith, saying Islam is founded on two principles. One is to learn how to worship your Lord. Second, learn to help and to reach His creation. If the person does these two things, then he will reach to the higher stations. Without separating, saying this is Jew, this is Christian, this is black, this is white, this is green, this is yellow. In originality, we are all created from the same thing. We have the same material, same creation material. So Allah saying to us in the Holy Quran, we have separated you in different nations, in different tribes, to go find one and each other, to learn from each other, to exchange, to learn, to improve yourself, to become better ones. To become better ones to the divine service. In reality, we are all for divine service. We are not for our own service. We have to be in His service. When we are in His service, that time we will be able to look at His creature saying, this is His creature. My duty is to serve that creature. If I'm serving my Lord, my duty is to serve that creature. Our duty is to love each other as insan and to respect each other, respect each other's rights, and learn how to know how to communicate and how to love each other. When we learn how to love each other, then we will be able to reach to our Creator. Today we live in a world that is even empty from the opportunity to make hizmat from each other. Why is this? Because especially in this country today, if you go and knock on your neighbor's door and say, can I come in and help you? Do you need anything? They will call the police on you. But Islam is saying, Tasawwuf is saying, our Shaykh is saying, put others before yourself. Put the needs of others before yourself. The Siddiqui way is saying, give everything in the way of Allah and the Prophet. Once when Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq was the Khalifa, and Hazrat Umar Farooq is saying, one day he saw Hazrat Abu Bakr was going somewhere and he followed him from a distance. He saw Hazrat Abu Bakr going to the outside of Medina, staying in one tent for some time and then leave. When Hazrat Umar asked permission to enter the tent, he saw an old blind woman who lived there with her 2 children. When he asked her, who are you? She said, I am an old blind lady and I live in this tent with my 2 daughters. Their father died and we have no support. Hazrat Umar asked her, do you know who that old man was who visited you? And the blind woman said, no. He is an old man who comes every day to sweep our tent, make our breakfast and milk our goats. Then Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh, when he heard this, he started crying very hard and he said, you have burdened the Khalifas after you, Ya Abu Bakr. This is the way of Siddiqul Akbar. But where can we learn this? Where can we live like this? Where can you find people to help? The Ottoman sultans used to pray, Ya Rabbi, please let us always find people that we can give, that we can help. Look at the wisdom that they prayed for that, to always be able to help people. Because today, for so many, as our Shaykh is saying, that blessing is lost, their money is worthless. It is not lost if you live in a community. It is not lost if you live amongst believers. It is not lost if you spend your time at a door to the divine presence, in the Dergah. Because the Dergah, it is designed to make the murids live with each other, learn from each other, and help each other despite their differences. The Dergah is designed to make you to remember your promise and never to break them. The Shaykh is moving everyone around so that they can find their place to be of service to one another. This is a huge blessing, especially in this Akhir Zaman. We should not waste it. SahibulSaif is saying, today I'm watching so many people are sitting in the Dergah, but they're worrying what's happening outside. Why are you worrying about outside? Go outside. Go outside and stay there. Sink in there. And maybe one day you're going to understand, you're going to realize that yes, oh, the Dergah is a part of paradise. If the person is not happy in the paradise, then where is he going to be happy? Maybe in hell, because he's not tasting the hell yet. Yes, be a servant, a good one. When you are being a good one to your own self, then slowly you're going to start thinking, I should be a good one, a real good one to my Lord. I should be running to help others. I should be doing something that is going to be benefiting, and that is going to make my Lord happy with me. If we think that way every day, then our way is going to open up, and we're going to have a bright future waiting in front of us. The older we get, the brighter the future is waiting. What is that? Akhirat. If you're not thinking that way, then the older you get, the more darkness you'll be finding in front of you. Because now you are cut off from the hands and from the legs. Once upon a time you thought that you were running around and doing things. Later, when you are knocked out on the floor, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still serving you through other people's hands, but your hope is lost. Everything is finishing and the darkness is waiting in front of you. Don't enter into that darkness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us to enter into the road that has nur, not the fire. Follow the road of nur. I sent you that prophet, and that prophet alayhi salatu wasalam left nur everywhere. Follow the road that has difficulties. Don't follow the roads where there are going to be so many hyenas, wolves, and all kinds of creatures waiting to rip you off. Whichever road we are going to put ourselves, that's what we are going to find. Intelligent man is that one who keeps. Intelligent man is that one who runs to keep his word, his promise to his Lord first. If you say, I have intelligence, then you must run. You must put everything aside as second, and first you must keep your Lord's orders. You have to run to make Allah happy. Leave making everybody else happy. Run to make Allah happy first. When you make Allah happy, everyone will be happy with Allah. Everyone who is happy with Allah will be happy with you. Everyone who is not happy with Allah, they will be slaves to you. They will be under your authority then. Allah puts them under your authority. This much is enough for those people who want to change and who want to correct themselves. We don't have too much time left in this world. Not living by age, but even if you're going to live for another 200 years, if you think life is going to be given to you for another 200 years, I don't think this world is going to survive for another 200 years. We are the nations that reach to the last periods of this world. We must prepare ourselves. Heavy tests and heavy questioning is waiting for us ahead. Oh believers, this is the month of Safar. This is the month to quickly run away from the curses we have pulled to ourselves and run towards Allah's mercy. And Allah's mercy is found in serving His creation. If you found a place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is open for you the honor to serve His creation, then stay there. That is the door to His divine pleasure. That is a piece of paradise. Inshallah, we are coming close to the days of Mawlid al-Sharif. For the sake of that Mawlid that is coming, for the sake of our beloved Ottomans, we will listen to the dua and words of our great Kanuni Sultan Sulaiman, the one whose service to the Ummah is still reaching to us today, who said, Ya Rasulullah, you are Allah's beloved and the light of the universe. Do not let your lovers be separated from your door, even for an instant. The zikr of your honored name shouldn't ever leave my tongue. It is the curse for this pained heart, and your name brings joy to my soul. Ya Ahmad, Ya Mahmud, Ya Abul Qasim, Ya Muhammad Mustafa, I hope for a unique shafaat through each of your names. I cannot compare your face to the sun and the moon. Isn't it Allah who called you Wash-Shams and Wad-Duha? O my heart, when the wool clothes of a dervish are enough, then what is all this luxury, this fame, this kingdom? Surely my sins and rebelliousness have passed the limit. Still, you are the source of shafaat. I came to you hoping to find compassion. Ya Rabbi, this servant Muhibbi comes making tawbah, accept his tawbah and save him from the fitna of shaitan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us for the sake of that honored Sultan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us be worthy to serve His creation and to hold that honor high. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us walk on the path of our Shaykh who is teaching us the way of Hizmet. May Allah make us to be useful ones for the Ummah Muhammad. May Allah keep us walking in the way of our Shaykh in this life and in the next life. Amin. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Let's see. La ilaha illallah. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا